1 month behind schedule, PVCs haven't left Abuja. And then we're talking of being ready. So it's the arrogance that gets to me. INEC should be apologizing to Nigerians. INEC should tell Nigerians it was not ready. It's still training its own people. And from the explanations you get about the card reader, people are learning as we go along. You know, if first, people are even telling, at some places, the people are being told, wash your hands. Who will provide the water on election day? Oh, wash your hands. What type of water? You understand that? They are not in tune with what people are going through to be part of this process. And all along, all this we are prepared, and if you look at those 4-point things, there is nothing there to say that relates to the people, that will benefit the people or will help people who have PVCs to know what to do. It's talking of what INEC expects. And that's why you could say it was successful. Okay, even if we saw places people put their hands on the card reader and nothing read. And it wasn't the first time, because if you take the various biometric, this is enrollments we've done, even with the banks and so on, sometimes you return and they tell you your fingerprints can't be found. So if we've done 12 states and we had these challenges, and INEC is saying, okay, we'll work on this, the other states where these tests didn't take place, how will INEC work on those challenges?
No, we'll find out from them if that will be. But all of these yardsticks, the objectives that are here, they thought, look, it's meant for the people.
It's not.
For the
no, if you read them, they're not. They're meant to see how successful the card reader is. It's not how
people own those cards.
No, it's not what people do. It's not what people do. Okay. So that those card readers are. Because if some people were being told to wash their hands, that might improve the chance of the finger this is being read. They didn't know before they got to the polling booth.
We'll be back in a moment to ask Mr. Ozi to get his response to some of these issues that have been raised in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back to Nigeria 2015, and then we've got Treasurer Chika Nayam. She joins us via phone from Abia. Hello, Treasurer. What's going on where you are now? Are they talking about the permanent voter card and the card readers as well?
Hello, Chamberlain.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, hello, Chamberlain. In Abia State, there have been 1,177,520 PVC distribution, which amounts to 84.34% distribution. Although there are about 428 unclaimed PVCs and 42,214 shortfalls. But the INEC in the state are saying that they are certain that they will receive these PVCs before the deadline, before the election. Even though when I went to visit some of the centers, most people were complaining that the process is very slow and that they are not sure they are going to get their permanent voters card before the election. And they are very worried. Some of them that registered in 2014 are saying that their names are nowhere to be found and they are not sure they will get their PVC. The assurance that we got from the INEC Commission in Abia State is that they are doing everything possible to ensure that no voter is disenfranchised in this 2015 election.
All right, Treasurer, thank you very much indeed for your report there. Well, let me get back to Osaze Uzi. You wanted to earlier respond to the comments made by Ikedi. Could you then go ahead and tell us, because we also have some questions coming through from those who are watching, but let's get your response first on Ikedi's last comment.
Okay, thank you. I think it is doing a little bit too much, if I may say so, in the past. But be that as it may, this newspaper, like other media houses, carried the stories of when INEC went to the polling units. We started the distribution of permanent voters cards from the polling units. He probably doesn't remember that. But let the truth be told, that is where it started from. For a couple of days, 3 to 5 days, we went to the polling units. It was after the polling units, we said people should come. We've been to the people. Now the people have to come to meet us. Due to budgetary constraints, we could not continue indefinitely in the polling units. So we took them back to our local government offices. And yes, so our local government offices are small, but the majority of them are prototype model offices that have several convenient places for people to collect cards from. When we saw that the collection was still too low, we went back to places closer to the people by going to the restaurant area centers, by going to work centers to distribute those cards. So that formed the basis for this. And the criteria set for the testing of the candidates was as a result of complaints, suggestions, and things we had from the people. One, how fast will this card read very fast? Will it accredit people? Were we sure that these cards are actually INEC cards because of the stories we read about cloning? Yes. All that were INEC cards were read. Those were not INEC cards were not read. So these yardsticks are not such that it's INEC that sat down in the offices and just fixed success rate. And as one of your viewers rightly said, agents from all political parties who have candidates at elections will be represented at the polling units. Observers will be there. The electorate people will be there. So it's a transparent process, and one in which everybody who has a legitimate reason to be at the polling unit will see how everything goes about. And
yes,
that will improve the process should be embraced by Nigerians.
All right, let's get your comment briefly on this. We're trying to lump so many things in quick succession. There's comments about perhaps politicians who are colluding with resident electoral commissioners in the north to collect PVCs. Have you heard of that? And if that were the case, what's your response to it?
Well, we've heard all sorts of allegations. Unfortunately, most of these allegations have not been backed by any evidence. Collection rates are high. There are different strategies employed, but collection by proxy is not allowed. We've heard that in 1 or 2 cases they have happened. And at the appropriate time, those things will probably have to be investigated, yes.
Also, I've got Chimobi here who asks, what happens to accreditation in rural areas without internet connectivity? Does INEC ad hoc staff have the requisite knowledge of the card readers? And what if the networks are jammed? Can they vote?
Good question. Yes, you see, these there are SIM cards in every card reader. But this is only for the purpose of transmitting data to a central server. Without those SIM cards, the card readers will still work. It is to take that data now from this place to the central server. That is when the issue arises. But so people will still be able to vote, yes.
All right. Thank you, Osaze Osibi. Ikeji, are you convinced?
No, it's not a question of, this is not a contest about...
No, these are practical solutions to what happens in the field,
as
he says.
No. These are things, these are responses to the situation INEC is finding out. And I'm asking, in those 2 states, these issues came up. So INEC is attending to them. What about the 24 states where these tests were not carried out? And then we didn't get responses for practical things like people being told to wash their hands and so on. And we should start making the references to Ghana and wherever. Do we know what they did? Have we done those things that they did? We tend to look at the country is this number of people, 26 million, this number of people, for us, this number, we will do this. We are not Ghana. Ghanaians did what they did and it worked for them. What are we doing? Let nobody be under the illusion that these card readers will work because we are Nigerians. No, a lot of work is needed. And that's what we are asking INEC to do.
We'll get more response from him subsequently.
Admit that it did not do its work. If he comes very large and he's telling us we're sending 192 PVCs to Ogun State and so on, for election that would have been held a month ago,
okay, let's also
something is wrong. Something is fundamentally wrong. And if we don't address those things, there'll be problems on the election.
Let's get comments from those who are also watching and see what they're talking about. Let's start with that of Yemi. Yemi also speaking up about this election says, if the card readers malfunction at all, is it not going to affect all political parties equally? So why is one particular party so vehemently against its use? And then on to the comment of Onoja, who says, INEC is the examiner in this election. Any potential student who is not prepared to conform to the rules of the examiner should quit the stage. Well, we'll thank every other person who has...
Who are the students? The voters?
Well, that's how far we can go today, KG.
Whose cards are being examined?
There you go. Well, we have to thank Oluwole Osaze Uzi, Director in charge of voter education in INEC, and KG Siguzo, the Chairman, Editorial Board of Vanguard Newspapers. Thank you for coming on today. And thank you also for watching and letting us be a part of your day again today. From all of us here today, I'm Chamberlain Uso. Good night.